I want to start with a question. Why would anyone want to work with you? Why would somebody choose to trust you, work with you, collaborate with you? I think that is a singularly important question we need to answer if we're going to be effective, if we're going to adapt during this challenging time of COVID-19. And so that's kind of where I want to start today. How do you show up in your more difficult moments? So totally excited to be here, and let's get at it. The topic is the calm person in the boat. What does that mean? Well, after the Vietnam War, there was a group of Vietnamese who felt like they couldn't stay in Vietnam any longer. The conditions were horrible. And so they left Vietnam, and they actually went on boats. And these boats were overcrowded, as you can see. And they faced, they went into the South China Sea and faced huge storms. And many people got sick and many people died. But there was a group of boats where fewer people got sick and nobody died. And so researchers were kind of interested, like, why is that? So they did some qualitative interviews, and they found that in the group of boats that had, first of all, both sets of boats had the same internal conditions: overcrowding, lack of resources. Externally, they had storms, not all of the time, but sometimes some really big storms that they had to fend off. And so when they looked at the two groups of boats, what they found is that the only difference was that on the group of boats that had fewer people get sick, no one died, there was at least one person who the researchers called the calm person in the boat. That person who could take in all of the ups and downs, all of the vicissitudes, and not be immediately reactive. And instead, they could be calm, and they infected others with their calm. And in fact, that allowed internally everyone to use the meager resources more efficiently. It meant when they faced their really big challenges of a big storm, that they could handle that more effectively. And so this is my challenge to each of us. Can we be that calm person in the boat? Can we show up as we really want to, the best version of ourselves? And that's really, kind of where we're going today. Because all of us, we have this, each of us, we're living this story arc, really. You and I, right? We want to do well. We have an aspiration to succeed and to adapt, right? So we have this big aspiration. We want to succeed, adapt. If we're a manager, we want to be a great manager. We want to be happy and fulfilled. We want to be courageous as we face all of our challenges. We want to be a great model for our kids. This is where we start our story. And it's around age 9 or 10, 11, where developmentally we start to have the sense of, oh, I want to do something special in my life. We're all in this story right now. But we face a challenge. You face a challenge, I face a challenge. Before COVID-19, there was lots of different challenges: personal, relationship, organizational. But certainly with COVID-19, we're facing a big challenge. And so the question is, what gets in our way? Because if we're not sure what gets in our way, it's hard to get to where we want to go.